In this series, we'll explore the entire pharmaceutical lifestyle, from the discovery of a new drug to the approval process, to the way they are marketed and sold to patients. We'll examine the big players in the industry, the companies that hold the power, the profits, and the people who work to make a difference. We'll also delve into the challenges and controversies that come with the quest for profit and power, from the sky-high drug prices to the influence of money on politics, regulation to impact on public health. So come with us as we explore the world of big pharma and discover the truth behind the pills that shape our lives. First up, we're heading to the lab, where the journey of new drug discovery begins. Developing a new medication is a long and complex process involving years of research, testing, and development. The process starts with discovery, where researchers identify potential target molecules and develop initial hypotheses about how the target molecules could be modified to treat a specific disease. Then, preclinical research stage involves laboratory and animal studies to determine the safety and efficacy of the drug candidate. Next, the drug candidate moves on to clinical trials, involving human volunteers to test the safety and efficacy of the drug. These are typically three phases of clinical trials with increasing numbers of participants in each phase. If the clinical trials are successful, the drug candidate may be submitted for approval to regulatory agencies such as the FDA or EMA. And finally, once the drug is approved, it can be manufactured and distributed to patients. The process of developing new drugs in a lab can take many years and cost hundreds of millions of dollars. But despite the many challenges and obstacles, the pursuit of new drugs continues as researchers work to find treatments for some of the world's most pressing health problems. The heart of the pharmaceutical industry is where all the big decisions are made. In the boardrooms of pharmaceutical companies, the executive and decision makers holding the power and pulls the strings, making decisions that will determine the future of the industry and the impact on patients. The pharmaceutical industry is a complex system, and decision-making process is heavily influenced by various factors such as regulatory requirements, market competition, and financial considerations. Companies must navigate these complexities while balancing the needs of their stakeholders, including patients, healthcare providers, and investors. The executives in these boardrooms are tasked with making tough decisions about the direction of the company, including what new drugs to develop, how to market existing drugs, and how to price them. They also have to consider the potential risks and rewards associated with each decision. To make these decisions, executives must weigh a wide range of data and information, including market trends, regulatory requirements, clinical trial results, and cost considerations. They must also consider the potential impact of their decision on the company's reputation and relationship with stakeholders. Next, we move on to some of the challenges faced by pharmaceutical companies. Developing a new drug is a long, expensive process. With high failure rates, the pharmaceutical industry must allocate significant resources towards development and research in order to bring new drugs to market. Navigating the complex regulatory landscapes is also a major challenge for pharmaceutical companies. The approval process can be time consuming, expensive, and there's always a risk that the drug will not be approved. Balancing the need to make a profit with the need to make drugs affordable for patients is a major challenge for the industry. Companies must face intense competition and government pressure to control healthcare costs. Protecting intellectual property and maintaining the exclusivity of drugs is another major challenge for pharmaceutical industry. Companies must navigate complex patent laws and defend their rights against generic drug makers. The pharmaceutical industry has a reputation for high prices and prioritizing profits over patients. Rebuilding trust and improving their reputation is a major challenge for companies in the order to maintain a positive relationship with stakeholders. One of the biggest controversies facing the industry is the high cost of prescription drugs. Many patients struggle to afford the medication they need, and the high costs are a burden on the healthcare system as a whole. Another controversy is the relationship between pharmaceutical industry and healthcare providers. There are concerns about the influence of drug companies on medical decision making and potential conflicts of interest. A third controversy is the safety and efficacy of a drug. Despite rigorous testing and approval process, drugs are sometimes found to have dangerous side effects or to be less effective than originally thought. Finally, we'll visit pharmacies, where patients and healthcare providers come together, where prescriptions are filled and treatments are administered. We hear from the pharmacists and patients who are on the front lines of care and find out what drives them, what challenges they face, and what future of healthcare holds. Pharmacists plays a crucial role in delivering care to patients. They are responsible for dispensing medication, providing patient education, and ensuring patients receive the right medication at the right dose. Patients are at the heart of the healthcare system, and their experiences and outcomes are the ultimate measure of success for the industry. They depend on their pharmacists and healthcare providers to ensure that they receive safe and effective treatments. Despite the best efforts of the healthcare providers and pharmaceutical industry, there are still many challenges and that we must overcome. Ensuring access to care for all patients, reducing healthcare costs, and improving patient outcomes are just few of the many challenges that must be addressed in the future.